400 junior border guards will officially be assigned as law enforcement officers today in Pretoria at the South African Police Services Training College. This is the first time the Border Management Authority will host its law enforcement pass-out parade. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is now joining us for more. Nqobile, good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Speak to us about what exactly it is that these officers would be empowered with, and also what necessitates the establishment of such an agency.
Good morning, Aldrin. Yes, since 2023, of course, there was an establishment of BMA, Border Management Authority, and of course, their major role being to ensure that the borders in South Africa are protected and that there's no illegal or rather organized crime that's currently happening there. And of course, you can imagine how difficult it has been in the past, even the president himself saying that there's been various departments that have been deployed in those borders, and it was the first time that they actually had an authority that will work on just the borders. So there's 400 people that are coming in as junior officers are obviously going to be an addition to ensure that there's more boots on the ground and that there's more people that are going to be assisting. Of course, the manpower is very much needed. But I want to bring in the commissioner now to give us more details on those 400 junior officers that are joining in. Commissioner, it's obviously a good day for BMA, but for South Africans, the concern is always the idea that a lot of people would say our borders are porous. What does this mean for our borders?
No, thank you very much, Nqobile. We really appreciate the opportunity. And maybe just to start with your statement about the borders being porous. So this is, I will say, an activity that seeks to move towards addressing exactly that. You will remember, Nqobile, that we had enrolled around 200 border guards some times back. That was the 14th of July in 2022. So since then, we had to start the process of integrating all of the various staff members from across other government departments towards creating the BMA. But of course, one of the key areas additional to the integration was bring additional law enforcers in the space for the purposes of assisting us to deal with exactly that problem of the porousness of our borders. It is on that basis that since last year, in September, we had enrolled these 400 young women, men and women on the ground to assist us basically to come on board and actually be deployed on the ground to help us to deal with the issues of border management.
Let's talk about your successes. Since 2023, how many people have you been able to arrest, and will this assist in arresting more people?
Yeah, you will remember, as we had indicated previously, that our numbers broadly, when we look at since the time of us being on the ground, we have been able to intercept around 281,000 people who were trying to enter the country illegally. And out of that number is a number of categories. Some of those just did not have documents at all, but some of those were found to be inadmissible into the country, either because they had fake documents or fake visa or anything of that nature. But some of those were just people that could not be allowed in because they didn't have other documentation that are required, such as a yellow fever certificate, for instance. But additional to that, we were able to at least intercept around 161 vehicles that had fairly been hijacked in the Republic with the intention of them being exited out of the country. Most of those had been exited via northern KZN, but some of those exited through our northern border to Zimbabwe. Additional to that, we've been able to at least arrest around 49 people that were fairly doing some other kind of crimes in the border law enforcement area. And in those instances, when we arrest them, we don't do deportation. We hand them over to members of the SAPS, and they're able to process them through into the court system.
Of course, we want to see those 400 people that you're going to be adding to the law enforcement. We will give you updates, Aldrin, as that happens. It is expected to start just after 8, and the program will continue from there. We'll give you an update from there.
Thank you, Nqobile Madlala, there speaking to us as that pass out is about to begin.